Whew. Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Mark. Maggie. Maggie's singing in the background, you guys. It's very loud. I'm going to have her shut that down. Maggie's belting it out. How's everybody doing? Welcome. Saturday night. This is really bright. I wanted to talk about that. We're going to move. Let's do this. It'll be less bright. Hey, Mike. All right, what do we got? Misty, Steve, my mother, Mike Cummings, Aunt Wendy, Jonathan Gantz. Welcome, everybody. We're just getting started. Hey, everybody can hear me okay? Sound good? I look weird on the other TV. I look better on... Hey, Larry. Okay, good. That's good. It is what it is. All right. Well, how's everybody doing? First off, some cordiality, if that's a word. How's everybody? Welcome. We'll get into my failure later. Dang. It's too cold in the garage. I was in the garage all when it snowed. That was bunk. Um, a lot of good things happening here. There's a lot of good things that are going to go down. Some good ideas. I'm just using what I got, said a wise man. Anyway, you guys, I didn't make a video. I broke my chain. I couldn't do a video every day. I screwed up. I own it. I just couldn't do it. I could not sustain. No, we had some stuff come up that just became more important, and I had to secede. And I do feel bad about it, but at the same time, family first. And I mean, I'm not gonna make excuses. I set out a lofty goal and I failed. So, hey, Marcia. But I'm gonna keep trying. You know, I can get back up and keep trying. I obviously am not gonna be able to make a video every day of the year because I've missed 2 days. So, anyway, enough of that. Um, the weather is bunk. I It's so cold. I I just don't want to fish right now. Right now I'm kind of in this phase of preparing. I got a calendar right here that's so white it screws up the color of everything. So I've been working on that and what I'm gonna do this year. So right now we have to take something off the calendar. We will not be doing the Skeeter owners in June. Scheduling conflicts have taken that off the table. It's a real bummer, but they do it every year. Maybe I'll get invited again. We'll see. I hope so. But I did solidify today, in lieu of this, the Big Bass Bash at Grand Lake is the same weekend. I'm going to fish that with Steve Miller. We spoke about that earlier, and so that's exciting. Right now, as it stands, I think I'm going to do the Spring Big Bass Bash solo. Man, I've been kind of looking forward to staying at the Quail's Nest yet again for more punishment. I don't know what I'm going to do, though. I really don't. I can tell you, though, we're pulling the cart way ahead of the horse. We got a big football game coming up this weekend. I'm going to do another giveaway. Okay, I'm going to just announce it right now. And I'm going to keep talking about it throughout the week. So you don't necessarily have to hazard a guess in this video. There'll be other chances along the way. The guessing will stop an hour before kickoff of the Super Bowl. So here's the deal. In order to win, you got to pick the team that wins and the combined score totaled exact. Not exact, closest to, I should say. If there is a tie, though, at closest to and the right team picked, the third component is going to be you have to pick which quarterback threw the most TDs in the game, whether it be May or Darnold. That'll be the be-all, end-all of the tiebreakers. If you pick the same on that, we're going to do a coin toss live to decide. Now, what you're going to win is, I'm just going to get right into it. You're going to win, in my opinion, the most prolific bait in the last 4 years on the planet. The MJB Ghostwalker without gills. It is probably, that white is so pearlescent that the light's having trouble with it. This right here, that's number one. Number two, you're going to get the 12-foot diving crankbait painted up by Steve Miller in this Phantom crawl color of Shonka Lures right here. It's right there. Anyway, you're going to get that. Also, you're going to get some bobber stops. Like, why would you need bobber stops with crankbaits? Well, you're going to need them for these hooks and these tungsten weights. Okay, so that you can throw these baits. All right. You got these Slim Shake Guggen worms here in I believe these are a Bama Craw. Summer Craw, my bad. Summer Craw. And then we got a black and blue trench hog. Man, so whoever picks that right is going to win all of this stuff. And I don't know. About a $35, $40 prize package. All you got to do is guess. You got to guess the winning team, the total score combined between both teams, closest to, and then hazard a guess for the tiebreaker at which quarterback's going to throw more TDs. The New England quarterback or the Seahawks quarterback. Let's be fair in case someone gets hurt. That's fair. Anyway, I'll touch on this again more throughout the week, but if you want to make a guess, feel free to do it right here. And there you go. I just think my lighting's a little violent. Thinking about unscrewing this light bulb above my head. Hopefully we don't go down in the process. This could be bad. Oh, shoot. Okay. Let's see if that helps. I think that's better. Hey, Daryl, how you doing, buddy? Again, I'm just going to touch on those giveaway items one more time. I might do it one more time before I hang up. But I mean, when you get a chance at getting some devastation like this for free, you got to jump on it, right? Like, it's free. There's no... I'm just throwing it on the ground. It's so free. But there's no reason not to just hazard a try. Whoa! Whoa! What? Steven, what is this? I will give away a custom on any bait I have. Guess the exact score. Tiebreaker, exact sack per team. That's a side bet. So Steve Miller is offering up a custom bait of your choice. Paint it up the way you want it based on his parameters there. The exact score, the tiebreaker, and the exact sack per team. So you got to be exact. You can't be closest to. So if you get all of that, you could potentially get, I mean, he paints baits that get up into the higher dollar region. This could be very lucrative for you. So good luck. We'll talk more about that as well. Now, I also have the authority to go ahead and show you guys. Hold on. Whoever picks the winning deal in my part of this is also going to win either the Seahawk. Hold on, I'm trying to get that lighting good. This is so on. Let's do this. There you go. You're either going to... Whoever wins is going to win one of the... Whoever picks and the Seahawks win the Super Bowl, you're going to get the Seahawk lure as well as the rest of the items that I just showed you. All of this stuff. There's a lot. Anyway. This picture will be put up on every video leading up to the Super Bowl regarding this giveaway. So, like I said, if you want to think about it, you want to go look at your sports books and decide, what's a good score, who's going to win. It's a good idea. I saw today Missouri released some figures that their first year of allowing, or their first whatever, the measurable season of allowing gambling, they lost money. So uh, there's probably too much oversight. That's probably why they're losing money. But anyway, I don't know enough about it, so I'm gonna stay out of it. Yeah, I saw that. Sam Darnold's grandfather was the Marlboro Man. I did see this. That's looks like Sam's grandpa paved the way for him to be a professional athlete. And on that note, I'm going to have a shot of Fireball. Cheers. Yeah, maybe half a shot. I'm getting old. There goes Maggie again. Singing. That's what Maggie does, though. If you guys don't know, my daughter, she's a singing. She does singing and act. She's an actress. Anyway, locally here. Salut. Nastarovia. Does anybody want to guess does anybody care about this football game at all? Like, anybody thinks who's going to win? I I have no idea. Let's hear Maggie. She's down the hall. I could probably get her to, yeah, I could. She's not afraid, you guys. I'm lining it up, Wendy, right now. Oh, here we go. Okay, we'll see. We'll see if she'll go for it. I sent the message. Sea Chickens will win, says Jonathan. Steve Miller, Seahawks in a blowout. Not me. I haven't watched pro sports since they started taking the knee bullshit. I understand, Daryl. I completely understand that. I respect that. We'll see. I don't know if Maggie's going to come out and play. We'll know when it happens. I'll turn up the music a little bit. The audio. Hello, hello. Is it me you're looking for? See where Maggie gets it. Maggie just said she's busy, but I heard her start singing, so I know she's capable. Why is my stream looking so bizarre? I don't know. I hope it sounds good on your guys' end. So, at any rate, you guys, is anybody keeping up with this dual threat fishing? Uh, I was fascinated by the concept, and a few people have gone live uh, during it, but they weren't in the finals. None of the people that were going live, so it seems like a lot of cool people to have no coverage. So I'm confused by this business model, but I mean, it's your grassroots thing. They're getting it off the ground. I'm sure they'll figure it out, but um, it just, I was a little surprised. And then I watched this guy, Kyle Patrick, uh, who, interestingly enough, he got a tick bite too this year and had to take 3 months off of anything. So I'd be real interested to talk to him about like his tick bite situation and mine and go from there. But I I'll tell you what, I felt like watching his feed when he was live. Um, I something's going on with this. Where are you? She's singing both parts of this. There's a male and a female. All right. Thank you, Buggy. Buggy, come here. Good job. You were way down the hall. I could barely hear you. I think the people could hear you, though.
I was singing in my head voice, though.
Huh?
I was singing in my head voice.
Well, I know you've been sleeping all day. Anyway, that's Maggie's right there. If you guys, everybody said that was great.
Thanks.
Hey, I love you.
I love you.
Go keep it down now.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. um. Wow. Yeah, you guys. All I hear from the other wing of the house is operatic music. About 18 hours a day. The rest of the time, the kids are at school. It's talking to me about bit rates, you guys, and I'm slow. I don't know how to change that. Hmm. What are you talking about, Wendy? I once did a talent show at University of British Columbia Hockey School where I did a rap. Cheers to that. My mom can sing, Wendy. I remember my mom sitting Indian style, excuse me, crisscross applesauce in the living room with giant headphones on in the Silver Lake house, just belting out Engelbert Humperdinck and Johnny Mathis and Kenny Rogers and the Righteous Brothers and Elvis. Oh, these are facts. Yeah, my mom, she could belt it out. No kidding, Wendy. I will tell you, Wendy babysat me one time when I was little and I had to go to the hospital. Yeah, got stitches in my head. Wendy was overseeing that project. Yeah, that was when I think we lived in Linwood. You were babysitting me when I was a child. I think I ran into the corner of the wall. My giant head. Coffee table. There you go. Coffee table. Something sharp. I want to say, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't I get my foot stuck in a vacuum cleaner when I was a kid? Is that me? Or was that Alan? I vaguely remember like the fire department coming because one of us had their foot in the vacuum. I, anything's possible, you guys. It was kind of wild. It's quiet night tonight. Wild child days. You ain't lying. They still go on. Like, I still have snow on the ground. Half my driveway is ice. Excuse me. Yeah, it hasn't warmed up. I mean, it is real cold out there right now. I forgot, but I want to say it's in the single digits out there with the wind right now. Let's look. It feels like it anyway. Let me tell. Yeah, real feel is 9 degrees. Excuse me. It's 18 degrees right now. But yeah, it never got above 24 degrees all day. So all the snow that fell a week ago is still here. It's all crusty and nasty, but it's still here. Um, our weather, shoot. Let's see what the weather here is gonna do. Yeah, today was a high of 25, low of 13. Tomorrow's a high of 43. Monday, of course, I got to go to work Monday, so it'll be a high of 55. Great day to go fish. Tuesday, 45. Wednesday, 37. Thursday, 48. Now, Friday, February 6th, 58 degrees. 54, 57. My 3 days off next week would be great. However, I'm it's a little proud dad moment. We're going to Drake's College Saturday, the 7th, um, to go and just kind of see where he's going to live and do all of that. Drake's going to go to school in Rolla, Missouri, about 2.5 hours away at Missouri S&T, um, which is the school that I never got invited to. Um, I'm very proud of him for being able to get into this school. So we're looking forward to that on Saturday. It gives me an excuse. Also, I'm going to be going to this Buc-ee's in Stratford and getting one of these chicken burritos I got on the way to the Big Bass Bash. But no, so next weekend, regardless of the weather, we're doing family stuff. And I may sneak out Friday. We'll see. I need to get an oil change done on the boat. I have all the stuff out in the garage. If anybody wants to come over and do the oil change, um, have at it. It's right here. I'd appreciate it. Hey, Paul. Yeah, you guys. That's the other thing. February. Any chance I get to be on the water in February, I will have. I will have one of my. It'll be the Ghost Walker. It will be something in this variety, uh, tied on the deck. I have yet to catch a fish in the state of Missouri on top water in the month of February. Every other month, no problem. February, kick my ass. So I'm gonna try. I don't care how big it is. I will show it to you. If it is smaller than the lure, I am still taking that as a victory for now. Is anybody else tied down because of the weather right now? I know it was really bad east of here. Like Nashville, I heard got hammered. Is there any truth to that? Is that D-Rank? Wait a minute. D-Rank's on the feed? I just saw him. Hey, buddy. I, I, he's down the hall. I thought he was gaming with his homies in Tucson. It's a good boy right there, you guys. He's a friggin' beast. Yep. See, he's gaming with the homies. That's what the kids do now. It's no, I guess we're gaming, right? This is adult gaming. It's just way less involved. I think that's why it's so slow now. I think Drake is streaming, I'm streaming, and Buggy's probably streaming down the hall with her homies. She's in some group where they sing, and it's crazy. I don't know. What did I fail? I failed to make a video every day this year, Drake. I dropped the ball yesterday and the day before. I got too busy. So I'm getting back on the train and going to try harder. That's all I can do, buddy. My goal this year, Drake, in case you didn't know, was to make a video every day starting January 1st. And I was doing all right up until about the 29th. Ronald! Ronald Rokemore's in the house. Wow. Haven't seen Ronald in a minute. Larry, how are you doing, man? I'm going to call Larry. All right, chick. Have a good night, buddy. Love you. Have I got any upgrades coming to the boat this year? No. I hmm. Honestly, I don't know. I would love to. Uh, I'll tell you, it just everything's expensive now. Um, I would ultimately love to have one more fish finder up front. It doesn't need to be very big, like a 9 inch, just to go with my forward facing screen so I can have the maps on one and just have that on the other. That's pretty much about the only thing I could think of. I would love to do. I, I would love to get some of the bumps and bruises taken care of and ultimately do a wrap on the boat. But yeah, it's kind of there again. There's a couple grand in a wrap. It's do you really need to do that? So those are thoughts I have. I've also thought about doing an audio system in the boat. I always was against it. I've always naysayed doing a stereo system in the boat, but I think at this point I want to do it just for fun. Uh, Maybe to see if I can make it sound kind of ridiculous for a bass boat. So yeah, I mean there is some of that, but as far as upgrades go, it's tough because it has everything. Um, like I said, other than maybe a 9 inch screen up front for mapping, uh, it's got power poles. It's pretty much got it all. It's missing an audio system, so maybe I need to do that and make it, the way I would like it. We got about 8 inches here at my house. Um, I got the one that came with the boat. I I'll roll the dice on not having the weather system unless I'm in the Great Lakes. But uh, yeah, when you're out fishing the way that I do, I mean, and anybody that's fished with me knows that it's all fucking business. like, uh, I will put my head down and fish, and I do a lot of listening to earbuds now, um, because a lot of it is because if my ears are bothering me, I just don't like it. But I'll listen to earbuds and fish. But the fish will pick up on vibrations from your boat. So if you're beaten down and having like listening to a friggin' Easy concert in your boat, the bass are gonna pick up on that pretty quickly, and it's gonna be a problem. I don't care what you're fishing for. The crappies, the bluegills, the walleyes, they're not down for the hip hop or the Guns N' Roses. They don't care what kind of music. It's just the vibration from the boat and um, fiberglass resonates very well. So the last thing you want to do is have your boat vibrating bass notes into the lake while you're trying to fish for money. Yeah, I mean, everybody, you should definitely have ropes in your boat, whether it's for you or for somebody else. Like, you should definitely have a means of tying to something. Uh, to me, it's ignorance not to be prepared in that fashion. yeah, I mean, pre 2000, we didn't have phone service. Like, you got to be aware, like, shit happens. You got to be prepared. You got to know exactly when it does happen, what to do. You got to be able to sacrifice the boat. Um, Beach that damn thing. Get off the damn thing. Hide in the trees. But, yeah, I guess if you had a weather radio, it might have worked. But that's if you had it on. If you had the forethought to have it on. Most people don't listen to music while they're fishing, like loudly. Like they just don't. I fished with your husband. He doesn't listen to music. Oh, yeah, of course I have a toolkit. Hold on, you guys. Somebody just texted me about a video that I made about changing the fuel filter, which was a long time ago in the Heritage. I'm going to read this to you guys, okay? But let me just check the. Yeah, I don't. Let me think about this. If I were to do a new graph, here's what I would do, you guys. I would get a Helix 9 side imaging, and I would put that at the helm, and I would take my one of my Garmin's that's there and put that up front. That way I would have two Garmin's up front, one at the dash, and then I would have that Humminbird to do the side imaging. I still think the Humminbird side imaging is better than the rest. That's just my opinion. Now, here's what this gentleman has to say. Hi, friend. I have the same engine, but a 60 horsepower version. I changed both filters. The engine started but misfired and then ran out of fuel. The long clear filter on the oil filter side never fills up. That filter never gets primed, so the engine cranks and cranks but won't start. The primer bulb gets really hard. It seems to be primed, but the engine just cranks and cranks and won't start. On the other hand, the small filter on the injector side does prime. I also connected the fuel tank directly to the VST, which is the variable stabilizer link. It started but misfired, then wouldn't start again. It's a new engine with only 30 hours on it. This is its first service. Can you recommend anything? I got this 2 minutes ago. I mean, the first thing that I'm going to suggest is, do you have a warranty? I'm going to type that right now. Is it under warranty? It didn't want to do that. Is it under warranty? Look, if you're ever in question and you have the option to take the onus off of yourself and making a huge mistake on a very expensive thing, always put the warranty ahead of your wishes and wants, because it could come back to haunt you expensively. Yeah, I agree. He could have a line. His fuel line could be filled with something. He could have an obstruction for sure. But the first question I always ask somebody is, "Do you have a warranty?" Because if you're a lot of the people out there aren't mechanically inclined, and regardless of what you tell them, they may still not be capable of doing the work themselves. Yeah, did he put the filter in backwards? I don't know why you're changing filters at 30 hours anyway. There's a lot of people that over maintenance can be worse than under maintaining. There's some thought to that. Oh, I understood. Yeah, Jeff. In fact, I moved the toolkit. There's a video. I will be making it, but I spent a good part of yesterday when it warmed up to in the high 20s in the garage. I reorganized some stuff in the boat, and I would like to go over how I do that because I mean it's pretty I am fairly organized when it comes to that dang boat. Yeah, it's really not that hard. Like we'll see. I mean that's what I said. Did he put the filter back in directionally correct? Um, while he was in there, did he knock something loose? That there's so many variables when you don't know what somebody's doing. Like I wasn't there. I have no idea. I know what I did. I know that my hands will not fit in there without removing things, regardless of what other people have said. They just won't. They must have smaller hands. What's up, Steve? By the way, Steve, keep an eye out in your mailbox. Tia Wendy sent you something for Lucas. Let me know when you get it, just so I know. I'm trying to figure out how long mails take. We got a new mail guy. I can't believe it. It's the last day of January already. Can you believe we are 1 month deep into 2026 already. In 4 months, Drake will graduate from high school. It's hard. That's a tough pill to swallow. It's crazy because, before this started, Aunt Wendy sent me a picture I want to show you guys. Aunt Wendy found this picture of this was hold on, I'll move it around. But this was Drake when he was little and me at the park. And Wendy actually has a real picture of this. This is not an image. Love it. Yeah, it's crazy to believe that he was that little and now he's just a giant. Yeah, I wonder. I always wonder. I'm like, what? All of a sudden, it's like they're going to college, and it's like, did I do the right thing? Like, was I there enough? And the only thing I can think is that the positive direction that my kids' lives are going in, I think we are doing the right thing. Whatever it is we're doing, whatever approach we're we're just going with, the flow of life. Uh, it's worked. Whatever our dynamic is, however our approach to rearing children, Tabitha and I, and you guys listen. If Tabitha is the rock, trust me. But whatever that approach was that we kind of mutually glommed onto, has made me feel comfortable knowing that my kids are going to be okay. Yeah, kids. Yeah, they're born in 1 minute, and the next minute they're on their own, and it is astonishing how life works. It's every day I'm learning. Oh, uh, the MLF event that was supposed to happen on Table Rock today was canceled because it was too cold. They have now moved it to May 2nd at Lake of the Ozarks, launching from Warsaw, Missouri, which if I've never fished there, you guys, and but what I think is this is on the west side of Lake of the Ozarks going towards Truman Lake. I'm not 100%. I need to look at a map. But uh, all of a sudden, the MLF Ozark division makes sense to me for the way I need to fish to have a chance, the way I see it, that fits my style. Because now that puts their first event at Lake of the Ozarks, February 21st. Um, which is still a little early for me. It's a little early for how I like to do things. But the next event is the April 4th at Table Rock. Now, April 4th at Table Rock's right up my alley. So, and then the rest of it really works out to my advantage. But if here's the big deal. There's the third MLF event of the year is at Truman Lake the same week as the Big Bass Bash at Grand Lake. And I'd be missing that. So I kind of have to decide. I would love to get into that because there is an Archie Division MLF event at Bull Shoals at the end of the year. And I'd like to go fish that in the fall. So we'll see. We'll just see. We'll see how it plays out. Three years old. It's crazy. Congratulations, Lucas, on 3. I will be, as soon as this snow begins to melt, I got to start working out. I'm making a push to, we're making a small comeback in the golf world. I've been invited to a tournament up in Seattle this summer, and I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna put what I got into it and take it seriously. But that's in July. It's 4 days. It's July 16th, 17th, 18th, and 19th at Snoqualmie Ridge Country Club, which is a stunning place. Kind of heading out of Seattle up into the mountains off of I-90. If you look it up, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's not bad. Anyway, I've played golf there before. The course suits my eye. But, I don't do anything. I either do it 100 miles an hour or I don't do it. So, I'm going to be doing a lot of practice, which you guys might be inundated with some golf stuff. If you don't like it, I'm sorry, but it's a big part of my life. I've been golfing for a very long time. I started really golfing heavily when I was probably 12-ish. It's a shame. I should have been documenting all of the golf as well as everything. You guys would have loved it. The golf might be funnier than the fishing. Honestly, there's some stuff we might get into that when I totally retire. We might get into how the golf can be way funnier. Is anyone into the new amethyst color craze? Amethyst? Is amethyst like purple? color's amethyst? Yeah, purple. I'm waiting for someone to answer. I'm curious. I I'm not familiar with this amethyst craze. Yeah, I've said it was purple, Wendy, for crying out loud. I'm just not aware of this craze of purple lures. Is there a, did they find a purple crawdad? I'm not aware of it. Not familiar. So I think what's going to happen, you guys, is on Super Bowl Sunday, I'll do. I will do another a video or two in between talking about the giveaway items. Um, I don't know what Tabitha's done with my. I bought new mailers the other day, and I was gonna put all this in there. But anyway, I'll make more notifications about the giveaway leading up to the Super Bowl, and I will probably go on before the game. I probably briefly, just one more time talking about it, maybe in the morning, couple hours before, and then after the game, I will probably go on and we'll see who won, and I'll notify. Uh, who knows what shape I'll be in? I'm prepared to call off of work next Monday. Um, it's the most called off day of the year, in case you didn't know. uh, no, I don't. We'll see. I probably just gonna sit and enjoy it with the family and hang out. Honestly, so if I can fish Sunday for some reason, we might tie in more of a giveaway to the Super Bowl with a fish if I were to catch one. But I'm not going to make any promises until we see what the weather's like and etc. But I can't wait for next Sunday. And real quick again, if you're interested, hazard a guess on the winning team, the combined score of both teams altogether, and if there's a question on that or a tie, it'll fall back into how many touchdowns the quarterback has thrown from each team. So, you got your chance to win this very beautiful Phantom color painted by Steve Miller. I'm a huge fan of this. This is an absolute winner in the southern region of America. And then the most deadly topwater lure in the last half a decade, hands down. As well as some bobber stops here, some tungsten 3/8 weights, and you're also going to get black and blue trench hogs, and the I think these are an 8 or a 9-inch slim shake in the summer craw. Well, and you need some hooks to go with it. So all of that, and the winner is going to get a wake bait of either the Seahawk or the Patriots. Whoever chooses that correctly is going to win a special lure from Shonka Lures for that. Then Steve has an approach in there that we'll get into later. I'll tie in with him, and I'll talk about that more in the next video. It'll be directly related to the giveaway and the items. But tonight's live was an impromptu just to kind of clear the air. I didn't disappear. I didn't give up. We just had some things pop up that were more important than this. And I hate to say that, but that's reality. But I am refocused, and we'll push forward, and and I'll try the best I can to continue to deliver you guys the content that you might want. And that's another thing. It's like, what do you guys want to see? I'm at the point where, like, I kind of want to I want to go and talk about what I'm doing throughout the day, and I don't know if people care about that, or if they only want to hear me talk about fishing. There's a lot of moving parts to me that don't involve fishing, and I think I'd love to share it, but if people don't want to hear it, I'm kind of at a crossroads. So let me know. Think about it. Reach out to me privately. Those of you that know how to do that, I'm down to listen. So I'm trying to figure out a way to move forward with this that's not going to alienate the people that made this. So that's where I'm at. There's Graham. Graham showed up. But I'll tell you what, you guys, listen. It's 7:18. I am going to bug off of here. Like I said, it was like an impromptu deal tonight. I just wanted to clear the air about where I've been. I did fail you guys. I didn't produce the video every day like I said I was, and I'm sorry, but I'll try harder. That's all I can do. Bloopers. It's too cold for me to go falling out of the boat, Misty. I'll think of something. But like I said, you guys, I'll tell you what. I do appreciate. I do want to take a minute to thank everybody that took time to give their condolences. I was never a dog person until I met my wife. And she had a German Shepherd, Sasha, who was very old when I met her. And Sasha passed away. She was about 15. She was a German Shepherd. And Tabitha and I had been together for a few years at this point. And we were bestowed an incredible gift, dog Layla, through Christian Armstrong and his wife Candy. They were moving to Seattle and they couldn't take all of them, and we took Layla as a basically a 1 year old or ish puppy, and Layla lived a very long and great life. Um, I think she was 14 or so when we finally had to put her down, and then come Griffey, who for me um, was kind of my first dog that I I search. I'm like, I want that. I'm getting that. Granted, when I brought it home, it ran right to baby T. But I in the last 20 years, I became this person that was like, I don't want that dog on me. To having a 100-pound dog lay between me and baby T every night for the last half of a decade. And when we had our little tragic incident on last Monday, it broke my heart. Our hearts. Like, I'm not. It's devastating. And 5 years or 14 or 15 or 20, like, it didn't matter. It really felt like I just got. I've seen a lot of shit, you guys, and we can get into that later. But it bothered me, and ultimately I just want to thank all of you that reached out to us with your condolences. It was very, very, very meaningful, and I appreciate you. Thank you. Dude, Jonathan, I would love to inflate another life vest, but that costs $30 every time I do that. The fail is just what the kids say today, Wendy. Um, no, that's clickbait. That's what it is. I know. I know nobody cares if I make a video or not. Um, but it does mean something to me that I follow through. You know me, Wendy. I got a work ethic that you're familiar with. I got it from the same place you did. All this didn't just happen because I didn't do anything. All this calendar of busy Saturdays of fishing tournaments. By the way, we did a lot of work around the house. I think I mentioned that the last time we were talking. We're about done with the other end of the house project, and we'll be moving down this way. I think we're gonna gut our bathroom, and I might bring you guys along. You guys want to watch me do a remodel? Is that the kind of, would you guys be interested if I did a remodel series? I'm serious. I won't. I'm gonna do it anyway, but I'll record it if you guys want to watch it or talk about it. There's two big ones that are going to happen this year. One is our bathroom, and one is the whole front of my house. I want to redo the deck and the entryway to the house, and I want to do it with masonry. I want to do it. That way I know it's done right. Well, and that's what I mean, you guys. As much as I love to fish and do all of that, I got um there's so much stuff I do on the side that I would love to film. I just don't want to alienate the people that are only here to watch the fishing stuff. And we might be at that point already. Um, I mean, there's damn near 5,000 subscribers, and what do we got on here right now? 14, 15 people. So, back in the day when I was online a lot, we'd have 50 to 100 on a normal live thing. But granted, I've taken a long hiatus. Um, and that's it is what it is. But yeah, I do think that I would like to document these projects that we have around the house that are fairly substantial. Um, Doing a remodel. Our bathroom's not little. It's on the other side of this wall. um, but I'm gonna tear. We got one of those jetted tubs in there. We don't want it. We're gonna tear that out. I'm gonna tear out all the tile, redo all the Wonder Board and any drywall that pertains, and retile the bathroom, and I'll do all that. Redoing the shower. I've never done a shower, honestly. Uh, as far as like the whole insert, that whole thing, I've never done that. We talked about doing like a walk-in tile shower, like where you just walk into like a grotto. But I'm not real. I'm concerned that the weight of that in our situation isn't a good idea. Well, then that's decides it. I think that I'm gonna move forward and I'm gonna start. I needed some reassurance, you guys. I'm not gonna lie. I was just gonna do this stuff and not talk about it. Um, but if you guys want to watch it, I'll show it. Um, but once I start tearing up the bathroom, it's gonna be on. Tabitha's gonna be riding my ass to get that project done because nobody wants a tore up master bathroom. That's a fact. so, um, and I will also, the front of the house project is actually easier than the bathroom project for me. But uh, that's probably going to kick off sometime later in March. I will have a plan, though, that I'll share with you. I will draw it myself, and when we're done, we can compare that plan to what happened. See if it looks the same. We'll see. We'll see how good I am. Who knows? I've never really built anything meaningful. This is a lie, by the way. Most of the people that are on right now are just they're unaware. Like my past, you guys, uh, my family was one of the biggest mason contractors in the state of Washington, and we built most of the biggest buildings and the biggest structures in Washington state in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. And then when the Blackstock side of things started to retire, the rest of us absorbed into Lund Masonry and continued on with building the biggest buildings and doing the biggest projects in Washington state. Um, at the very end of my career, after Boeing, I worked for a gentleman named Rob Fairweather, who became the biggest. And um, I built the sample panels for Seahawks Stadium that they chose. Those panels that I built, they chose to use in the final rendering when they built the stadium. But like Rob built Safeco Field. Um, I when I was there for working for Rob, we built the Wajimaya building, and that's a huge multi-level dwelling above a retail space in downtown Seattle. Um, and that's when I built those sample panels for the stadium. In fact, so they, the masonry side of things, I don't really talk. It's such a long time ago, but we were very blessed with masonry in our family, and I'm truly grateful to be good at it. But my back won't let me do it full time. So, hey, Jim Matthews. MJB Carpentry and Remodel. You guys, dude, I am more excited about doing a Bull Shoals Lake the skiing and casting club, like a sticker for that or a hat or um I'm not trying to start a company, you guys. I already have one. I'm not trying to do any more business. MJB Fishing LLC. Uh, we're keeping it real. Yeah, Fairweather did Safeco. It's all good, Jimmy. It's good to see you. I hope you guys are doing well, you and Becky. I also have some. I got a couple ideas in the hopper. Uh, I got some subscribers that you guys know very well. We'll keep it on under wraps for now, but they've reached out and they want to do a fishing challenge where they challenge me to a contest and we fish against each other and then we make a video about it. So there's going to be that. Also, what do you guys think about, or do you know anything about Whatnot? I've been asked uh, why I don't sell things on Whatnot. Anybody have an opinion? Nobody. 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 We got about a 20-second latency between when I'm talking and when I see it react on the YouTube screen. Yeah, I know. Hey, crickets. So you guys, I'm gonna leave it at that. I think everybody's tired. It's Saturday night. Um, if we can drum up some cash, I'll blow up some life jackets or some shit in my yard. Um, I'm not real familiar with the Whatnot. I'm gonna do some research. The Dirty Wizard, he is a big Whatnot guy, and I think I'm gonna reach out to him when we get off the phone, and we're gonna talk about Whatnot. Whatnot has policies, and you know there's stringent policies to how they behave, and which is fine with me, but I want to understand before I commit. And I don't have a problem with turning on the camera and just start talking, going live. So I need to know what's what. So we will look into that, and I'm gonna, like I said, I want to get with the people that are doing it now and kind of get more of a perspective from them, and then I can kind of decide if it's something that I can do, because it's not something I want to do just one, like I want to make it at least a season, like once a month, or once a week. I don't know how that works, how often you're supposed to do it, and supply chain, and I've spoken to Steve and Shanka Louvers, Misty, and them about this potential. So it's uh, supply chain super important when you have a 48-hour window to turn around. So we'll be in talks with this. Hey, I love you guys. Uh, Thank you again for giving me some time. I appreciate it. I appreciate all of you. Thank you very much for every second that you choose to listen to my ass. So, um, I'll see you guys real soon. Hopefully tomorrow. I do have stuff that we can talk about. So, you guys have a great night, and I'll see you.